Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Guardians of the Galaxy. Search your quarters for units. So, if I go... I keep hitting the wrong button, I am sorry. Perks. I have points necessary where I can buy quite a few of them, to be quite honest. I'm trying to find the compendium that'll let me know, hey, what chapter I'm on without having to go to the main menu. Because if I go to the main menu and then it's going to replay all that dialogue, and I kind of don't want to go through that again. But what I will do is go over to Rocket's bench. And actually get that perfect dodge upgrade.
What do you want, Quill? If you're looking for units, check your own room. So, you here to talk, or you just want a gear upgrade?
You're not still upset, are you?
It'd be a lot better if we didn't have 3 cycles to pay a fine.
Hey, remember that time on Conlar? With the Badoon and that really hot Ascavarian girl?
Yeah, her buddies would have spaced your stupid Hume butt if me and Groot hadn't busted in.
I had things under control, mostly.
Ha! Too bad you're broke, Quill. I should be charging you for all the times we saved you.
Name one other time you saved me.
Contraxia, Nowhere, Paramitar, Ceres, Contraxia again, Malador...
Okay, so I owe you. Big.
I should have turned you in for Yondu's bounty. Sure as Scott wouldn't be scrounging for units to pay off your Nova girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. But admit it, you like being a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Still on the fence about the brand name, but keeping the Milano as collateral was a pretty smart move.
Never agreed to that.
If you'd rather I turn you in.
Don't worry. I know you put a lot into this team. I'll make it up to you.
You better.
Alright, now that I spoke to him, it's time to actually upgrade some stuff.
If you want to make it up to me, find a way to pay this flarkin' fine. Fine, I'll make your dumb stuff. Just tell me what you want.
Alright, I want the perfect dodge, sir. I don't care about anything else but the perfect dodge.
Here you go.
And I have enough points to get... Scan enemies during combat with the visor. I feel like that would actually be useful. So we can know what weaknesses our enemies have. And let's see. Components localizer. Oh snap, I can get this! Locate crafting components via tracking feedback and additional visor support. Yes, that would be extra useful because, I need components in order to upgrade. So, the ability to find more and locate them easier will help getting the rest of these upgrades even better.
I've made it foolproof, just for you.
Alright, components localizer. An indicator will display when you are within 15 meters of a crafting component. An audio cue will grow louder as you near the component. Visor mode will help you pinpoint its exact location. Excellent. I'm glad I'm grabbing this at the beginning of the game so I can just keep using it all the way until the end. And tactical scan. Your visor is now able to scan enemies in combat. Scanning an enemy provides clues as to how to defeat them. Time slows down while you are scanning an enemy, allowing you to formulate any plans you may want in order to kill them. Sweet. This is exactly what I needed. I got a perfect dodge, and I got tactical visors for enemies and items.
Guys, don't forget to close the fridge!
Sure thing, Mom Lord.
Alright. Let's go ahead and... Well, actually, let's see if we can talk to anyone else.
Hey, Gamora.
You're supposed to knock.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be looking for money.
I did.
And?
I don't have any.
Also, what's with the dolls?
Do you value your life?
Is that a trick question? Okay, yes, mostly I value my life.
Good. Then pretend like you saw nothing and get out.
See you in the lounge?
Out.
Got it.
Well, so much for going in there, but this is Drax's room.
Any units I uncover will go directly to you, but I am unsure the others will do the same.
So, you're taking the whole find the units thing pretty seriously.
It is a serious matter.
Yeah, I totally get it. We're all afraid of going back to prison.
I am not afraid of going back to prison.
Oh, good. Because I'm not either, mostly.
In the kiln, I was surrounded by criminals, murderers, and thieves. They taught me a harsh lesson. Assassins and bounty hunters cannot be trusted.
Okay. Wow. Don't you think maybe you're calling the kettle black?
I have not mentioned kitchenware.
It's an Earth thing. What I mean is, you're a convicted mass murderer. I used to be a pirate. We're not exactly upstanding citizens.
You and I honor our word. I cannot say the same for the others.
You could be wrong, Drax. You won't know until you give them a chance.
We will see.
I'll say this about Drax. He sticks to his guns without compromising. I bet you... Wait, is that his family? Is that his family or is that him killing someone? I think... No, that's his family. That's his family. That's his wife and daughter. And I believe that might be his daughter's doll. Alright, hey, game, let me out. Don't keep me cooped in here.
Groot, you okay in there? Think you could open the door for a minute? Is that my toothbrush? Great. Now I need a new toothbrush.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest brushing with that unless you want splinters in your gums. And I've never heard of anyone getting splinters in their gums, so that is, that's not something I kind of want to envision now.
So, got any ideas to get those units together?
You have investments.
You think I look like an investment type of guy?
You are a risk taker.
Exactly. I don't sit behind no desk all day hoping for real estate fluctuations. I go out and I do stuff.
Perhaps we are somewhat alike.
Why does this thing look so sinister?
Hey, who said you could touch that?
I'm the one who picked it up, dude!
I don't go into your room and touch your stuff, Quill.
What? You hacked my visor and added a scoreboard to it while I was sleeping.
That was different. I improved it. Also, did anyone tell you that you snore? I thought Drax was bad, but wow. Quill, you should really get that checked. You sound like a Torg.
I don't snore that loud.
Yeah, okay.
So what is this thing anyway? It kind of looks like a metal face hugger.
That is clearly a spinal control unit.
Yes, right, of course, a spinal control thingy.
Back on Half-World, Kree scientists use these to keep us super soldiers in line. They'd press a big, fun red button and zap! Instant obedience.
Holy crap. Rocket. How many of you super soldiers were there on Half-World?
Lore!
The Kree started. 100, maybe. By the time I escaped, just me and Lila. She was the first one not to die from the control unit.
And Lila is also a...
What? A raccoon?
Or not a raccoon?
You gotta understand. She was afraid of them, and the control unit made sure we stayed in line. That I stayed in line.
Oh, that sounds... awful. I can't imagine.
So, I did what I do best. I found a way to overload the control unit. When the Blueskins let us out of our cage, kaboom! I blew a hole into the side of the lab. What we didn't know, what I didn't know, was that the lab was protected by sentry bots. We got to the security fence and Lila covered me while I hacked the modulator frequency, and as soon as it opened, she pushed me through the door. I heard her die, Quill.
Oh, Rocket.
Doesn't matter now. Past is the past, right? And that thing, it's just a reminder.
I did not expect this game to hit such a heavy note like that.
What exactly did the Kree do to you?
They ripped me apart and rebuilt me over and over and over again until I became this half-finished thing they could mold and shape and control.
Oh, Rocket, I had no idea. I mean, I knew the Kree Empire was desperate, but...
Do you know what it's like to lose all control of your body? To be in constant pain, trapped inside yourself, unable to stop the horrible things you're doing? That control unit made sure I did what I was supposed to do. Oh yeah, whether I wanted to or not. A neat, furry little machine of death. Didn't take long to figure out I was better off not fighting it.
Okay. Then let's shoot this thing out the airlock. Have a little middle finger salute ceremony to the bastards who built it.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ready to let go of that part of me yet. Maybe one day.
Are you 100% sure you want to keep it? What if it...
Controls me? I decided a long time ago, Quill, that I would never let anyone control me again. As far as I'm concerned, this is just another useful piece of junk and a few bad memories.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that, Rocket. For real.
Wow.
What's in
There's...
that container on your work table?
Your mom's love letters.
My mother did not write love letters. She displayed her affection by hunting large game animals for my father to cook.
Ugh, now I'm hungry.
wow, that was... Dazzler! Dazzler! Oh, we got the X-Men!
What if we contacted one of the assassin's disreputable sources?
She don't really mean that. What were you saying?
One of those informants is bound to be of value to Novacore.
You want to sell out one of Gamora's guys?
If they are murderers, then justice would be served, and we could negotiate an extension of our fine.
Huh. Well, if I wasn't so sure Gamora would stab you in your sleep just for suggesting it, I think it was a pretty solid plan.
There's the Guardians. There's Mama Quill. And there's some sort of spaceport.
I am.
What do you think I'm gonna do? Conjure some units from thin air?
Can you do that?
No!
Hey, Bluebird, you copy? I know you think I sold you out, and... Gamora, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udanta, leader of the Ravagers Space Virus, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet? Terrans and Centaurians aren't exactly neighbors.
We met on Chitauri Prime, about 3 years into my sentence.
Wait, Yondu was a prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were, and they also weren't. The Ravagers had a simple code. Steal from everyone. Yondu said it made them neutral.
But they weren't. I specifically remember several Chitauri transports being hit when I was still... you know.
They hit just as many resistance ships, until a Chitauri cruiser uncloaked in front of them during a raid and...
Yondu ended up on Chitauri Prime, with you.
After we broke out, He could have left me on some space station or dropped me off at the nearest Nova Corps base, but he didn't. Instead, he invited me to join the Ravagers.
You were with them a long time. Must have enjoyed it.
I did. Being a Ravager was the first time I felt like I really belonged, if that makes any sense.
I felt the same way when I joined Richard Ryder and the Resistance. Like I was finally in control of who I wanted to be.
Nova himself.
Exactly. Those first few years, it was like I had joined this really big, really dysfunctional family, which, now that I'm hearing it, would make Yondu my...
Space Dad?
Could have been worse. Yondu and I were cellmates. First thing he said when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached, because I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
Yeah, that sounds like Yondu.
I had cellmates before, and none of them lasted long. The Shatari have these gladiatorial games, and...
You got used to people dying.
Not sure about that, but I didn't expect anyone to last long. I also didn't have my translation implant back then, so I might as well have been alone. But Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in the snake-infested hellhole, ever the schemer.
It's something we had in common. I'd been scheming for a way to escape since the day they took me. I just needed someone like Yondu to make it seem possible.
How did you escape?
Let's just say it was equal parts simple, complicated, and kind of embarrassing. But it ended with the two of us delivering a transport full of stolen supplies straight into the hands of the Resistance.
For a bucket-load of units too, I bet.
Anyway, once we did, there was no going back. I was a Ravager. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you around.
Nice to have all of these talks with the other members of the Guardians.
Brooke, are you done in there? Me and Musclehead could use some input. What do you mean a minute? You've been in there for ages.
I have noticed that the tree is very meticulous about grooming.
You don't say. He made me snip off the shoots on his back the other day.
Nobody cares that they were poking out, you big dandy.
Still gotta search my quarters for some money.
So, Drax, did you bring out your stash of hidden units?
I do not hide my units in a stash, for I am not a rodent.
Neither am I.
You are rodent-like.
And you're annoying-like.
That is not a valid taxonomic order.
Well, well, well. Let's see if we can find some stray units in here. Really?
Oh, just reminded me. I have a Guardians of the Galaxy business card that GameStop gave me.
We appear to be 6,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill...
I know. We clearly need a plan.
And reconsider my initial proposal.
Oh, no, not Fin Fang Foom again.
Yes, we should go after Fin Fang Foom.
Drax, there are easier ways to get paid. Like, what about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
holding out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Team's in trouble. Then you can't be bothered to make no
Set course
sacrifice.
for the Mocking
I will
Star
sacrifice
system
your head.
and take us to the majestic...
Guys! I think we should hear out Groot for once.
He says we should combine both ideas.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom. It is brilliant.
Yeah, you know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster. He's not. He's the sweetest, most...
I am Groot.
No, you don't. This ain't something you can pretend.
I am...
Oh, yeah? You want monster? I'll show you monster!
Whoa, guys!
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
So, Groot, I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage. Monster Queen would pay a great sum for such a creature.
Really? How great?
How are you okay with this?
Because I know what I am. And I know what he ain't.
I am Groot.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Ah, crap. Vote to sell Groot or vote to sell Rocket. Ah, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. I think Groot's the more convincing monster. If we go with Groot, he looks convincing, plus he's the last of his kind, so that just increases the product value.
Well, I think Groot's more convincing, in the traditional monster sense. Groot, buddy, first of all, thank you. And second of all, I want you to know we're gonna bust you out of there right after, okay?
I am Groot.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
I just imagine that if I were to give her Rocket, he just talked too much.
They say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather. Anyways, I'm sure it looks worse than it is.
There! That's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Get us in close, Quill. I don't want to walk in this.
Yep, no problem. You're flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment. Piece of cake.
You can't be serious.
What? This way we can scope things out before we finish the transaction.
We're like 100 clicks from her base.
You know how much I like scoping. Nope. Okay.
Just one big dysfunctional family.
Next time, I'm flying.
Are you sure the leafy one is ready for this?
Nope.
He'll be fine.
Don't you get all gloomy right now. Don't help.
Because you're constant complaining, Des?
You are complaining about the short one complaining.
We're all complaining. Happy?
Oh, you're way too soft to be a monster, big girl. Yes, you are.
Dry up. That's what I want to do after this.
Just looking at stuff. Don't pay me any
Oh
mind.
no. After we pay this fine, let's see.
He's gonna say...
Contraxia.
Contraxia again.
Contraxia?
Looks broken. Maybe Rocket can fix it. Groot! Hey, buddy. I was just, checking to see if everything was okay. And it is. Okay.
I am
Too bad this translator's busted. I was hoping it might have Groot stored on it, or something. That way I could download it into my translator. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on stuff without, you know, Rocket always filtering it.
I am Groot.
Actually, hold that thought. Yo, Rocket!
What?
Can you come here for a sec?
What do you want, Quill? I'm busy.
Think you can see if this translator has Groot's language on it?
It doesn't.
You didn't even check.
Don't need to. Cheap scut like that don't have rare language packages, and even if it did, it's beyond salvageable.
Really? Wait, do you have Groot's language package installed in your translation implant?
Do I look like I'm made of units? Only folks who got that language package are rich people.
So you actually speak Groot then?
You mean Talinisan? And yeah, I speak it, more or less. Me and Groot been bounty hunting together for a decade before you came along, Quill. When you've been working together that long, you develop a common understanding.
I am Groot.
You say misunderstandings, I say open to interpretation.
I am Groot.
They didn't go sour. We didn't need those jobs anyway.
So you guys learned to understand each other over time.
And with the help of a spreadsheet of Groot's lexicon, which ain't no easy feat when your entire language sounds like I am in Groot.
So there's hope for us yet.
I am Groot.
You know, I didn't always have a translation implant. I mean, I was failing Spanish before I left Earth, not that Spanish would have prepared me for all of this.
I am Groot.
Man, those first few years, do you know how hard it was to get by without having any idea what people were saying? Half of the languages out here sound like white noise, weird birds, and messed up theremins. I don't even want to know what Rocket actually sounds like. TV did not prepare me for the realities of living in space, let me tell you.
I am Groot.
Honestly, man, you're lucky you have Rocket. I mean, I know what it's like to be surrounded by people and have no one understand you, how lonely that can be. I'd have been lost. You must have been lost too, before Rocket and us.
I am Groot.
I probably don't say this enough, but you really are an important part of the team. I can't imagine the Gardeners of the Galaxy without Groot. And who knows, if this thing does have your language in it and Rocket can download it somehow or hack it or I don't know.
I am Groot.
It'd be nice to finally talk to you. For real. Glad we had this little chat.
I am Groot.
Awesome. Cool.
Groot has such a way with words.
Only set foot on Seknarf 9, Drax, but you're awfully composed.
In other circumstances, I would be thrilled. But we will humiliate ourselves by trying to sell sentient lumber to Lady Hellbender.
Don't she like lumber? What about the legend of her mighty battle axe?
She possesses a number of weapons, and not all axes are meant to cut down trees.
I am Groot.
The lady won't hurt you either way, Groot. I'll make sure of that.
I am Groot.
No, we should not go. We got to. It's different.
Let's speak to everyone before we set off.
Hospitable to soft-bodied beings. We shall see how you fare, Peter Quill.
Hope that jacket of yours is waterproof.
Of course, it had to be raining.
Okay, here we go.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far.
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good. We've already got a beast. All that's left is the merchant part.
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing. Right?
The fact you ain't sure don't bode so good.
Alright, before we proceed, I'm gonna call it a part here. I told you I was gonna keep these parts short. But the next one will continue on to Lady Hellbender's fortress? Yeah.
Whoa! That is some really crazy lightning out there. never seen anything like it.
Meteorological suicide is what it is.
But yeah, this is where I'm going to call it a part here. So hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, leaving a like will help this channel get discovered with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribing will ensure that you are all able to enjoy what I do here. So with that being said, yeah, because I am, you see when I switch up my outro, it gets me all discombobulated. So because the whole subscribing thing, and because I am always looking forward to entertaining you, it messes me up so much. It messes me up. It just throws me off. I gotta get used to it. I'm sorry. I added that little like in there recently, and I still gotta get used to it. But yeah, liking helps the YouTube algorithm, and subscribing ensures that that you are always tuned into what I do here, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples.